Monday. It is May 6th. I got my coffee. I'm not sponsoring this place. It just so happens to be where I got my coffee from. Extra large. I've been doing extra large. I've been doing, at first I didn't like Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I would love their lattes and cold brew, and I love their Dunkin' Midnight coffee, but the original blend I wasn't really feeling. But now I'm like, it's okay, it's not that bad. So I got that and some what is it called? Everything, the 2-piece bagel minis. I got that just to put in my system today. I do want to start every morning doing like granola, fruit, and yogurt, just yogurt and granola. And even like with oatmeal, I used to do like oatmeal with yogurt and granola, and it was like really good. So I'm gonna just start that off with a good meal in the morning. Of course, I have to do my water intake because I haven't been doing it lately. This is like the first day, like the first working day, first day of the weekday, I should say, since my contract ended. I'm not stressed about it at all, because the tip of the old would have been super stressed. Like, what's gonna happen? How am I gonna pay this? How am I gonna do this? Honestly, like I could say with all my might and all my strength, I'm not stressing at all. At all. I'm really not, because I know, honestly, wholeheartedly, I know God got me. Like, honest, I know He has me. So I'm not stressing at all. So, yeah, I'm not mad. I'm just mad on how it happened. I'm really mad on how it happened. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had to delete some stuff so I could have the storage for this video. But, I'm just mad at how it happened. So this is it. I started this last contract job. It was, I remember the day, it was December 19, 2023. So, it was supposed to be a temp to hire position, but the date on my confirmation of assignment / contract was March 19th. So it's like exactly 3 months. So everything's going good. It got closer to March, so nobody, like my ex-manager not saying anything, the staffing company not saying anything. So I'm like, what's going on? So I'm like waiting a little. Then I'm like, it's like getting closer and closer. I'm like, let me just say something. So I sent an email. I'm like, so my end date is approaching. Like, what's going on? I'm not really hearing anything. So he is too cute. So he is so cute. So this little kid walked by with their mother. He gotta be like 1. He is so cute. So I'm like, what's going on? So in the midst of that, like, even early on, there was talks about you're doing very well. You're catching on very quick. Like, you're doing it gracefully. You're doing really well. So I'm like, okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Because one thing you can't say about me, my work ethic. When I say my work ethic is A1, like, it's A1. So, like, not trying to be cocky, but it is what it is. I didn't even see this person pull up next to me. So, I really need to get my hair redone. So I'm like, what's going on? So, the staff was like, oh, they're just trying to get the perm position approved. That's why, and I'm gonna say this now, that's why you really got to pay attention to people's actions and not just listen to their words. Because if them actions not matching up with their words, something not right. So, I'm like, okay, cool. So after that, I hear nothing. So I'm like, it's getting even closer to the end date. What's going on? She's like, oh, we're just trying to get an extension now, or whatever. So I'm like, okay. Then I get an email saying it's been extended until April, like the beginning of April. So I'm like, okay. But in the midst of, before they did the extension, there's like a procedure called Mohs surgery, where they have a dermatologic or dermatology surgeon go on to get a piece of the tissue with the cancer on it. Like, of course, they did like the chemo, they did like stuff up to this point. So the surgeon just go and take a piece of that tissue if the cancer still remaining in that tissue or not. So girl, you know, yeah, I see why you walked this behind the car so you can see what I was doing. But you gotta be observant too, especially when you're in a car alone, daytime or nighttime. Please stay observant. So where was I? Oh, so yeah, they take the tissue out, but they have most techs process the tissue. Oh, she off at? I wonder what she doing. Maybe could link up. My son. Oh, that's right. Okay. Who was that? Oh, Marina and Tex are trying to do this video. I need to stick to one thing. So, they have the most lab techs, which is supposed to be lab techs, not medical assistants. But they jobs do what they want to do, even though they're not supposed to. So they had the girl that was training me, like for the clinic stuff when I first started the job. And I'm like, she's like really good. So she's like the main, like she was the only tech doing the tissue. So it's like the most surgeon, the surgeon doing the procedures. Again, or not against, he has 3 nurses helping him with the procedures. They only have 1 tech processing it, so it could be a bit overwhelming because you said you have different patients coming in, you taking pieces. It's not only 1 piece, it could be like from 1 to 6 pieces they're taking. So they got she had to process or has to process each piece, so it could be time consuming. You're doing it by yourself, and learning this stuff as a tech is not easy, and it take a while. And I say this to say this. My contract was towards the end the first time, and that's when they started me with the most the most training. So I'm like, I understand you want to get me like to see what it was, see if I was gonna last, whatever that was in your mind. But why wait towards the end of my why people gotta come in the camera towards the end of my contract to get me training on something else? So that's where my mind was like, I ain't know what was going on. I don't know why every time I do a video, that's what people want to pull up and walk by. I'm just covering it so nobody could be on camera other than me. So on my mind, I'm like, why they started me training in the midst of my contract? And then I'm like, all right, so they're gonna hire me, even though they said it. I'm like, all right, their actions starting to line up, they're gonna hire me or whatever. So then the extension came, so I'm like, okay, they really gonna hire me. But in the midst of that, I had missed some days of the training. I think it was 2 days or it was 1 day, plus like jury duty. And like the midst of one of those days, I was late because so when you go to the train where you train at, it's in a different town. I know this town because I grew up in this town. But you have to get through a garage, go in the garage, get a park, and then go into the building. The building's kind of like connected to the garage. Something was going on with the entrance of the garage. So I'm telling my manager, I'm like, I was coming there on time and something's going on with the garage. So I guess they thought it was a lie, but it wasn't, because I'm starting to pull in. It's like, because kind of the way I went, when you turn the corner onto the street, it's kind of like a highway off ramp. So once I turned, it was a line like coming out of the garage. I'm like, what's going on? So I backed up just like everyone was backing up. I went to like a Walgreens near there because I didn't want to completely go home or go to the clinic I was normally working. So I'm like, let me just sit here, get in contact with my manager. Like, I'm taking the right steps. So she trying to reach out to the New Haven office, and it's like, oh, it's nothing going on. They didn't have issues, whatever. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, now you think I'm lying. Like, why would I, like, I understand people do it, but why would they even do it to begin with? Like, why lie saying it was hard getting in the building? Like, I don't get that at all. I really don't. But and I'm emphasizing on this because when I get towards the end of the story, it's gonna all make sense. So they extended out. So I'm like, cool. This is the beginning of January. So this is the first time they extended it. So I'm like, okay. So in the midst of that, I think I missed another day. And it was like, I don't want to say it wasn't me, but well, y'all know, jobs don't realize, like, people do have a life outside of a job, and people have families as well. I had emergencies, I had mental days that I needed to take, so I took them. And it's not like I was, like, calling out because I wasn't. Girl, I was there not girl. Why, people? Why? All these parks, why? I was there almost every day, working my behind off. So, it got towards the beginning of April when they said they extended it to. So I'm like, same thing happened. I'm not hearing anything from the manager. Oh my gosh. I'm not hearing anything from the staffing company. So I did what I did again, reaching out, what's going on. Like, as a staffing company, and even as the manager at the time, you have a temp at your office. Their end date is coming near. Like, there should be some type of dialogue, some type of communication as to what the next step was going to be. And they didn't give that. The staff company or the manager. So I'm like, yet again, I'm seeking out what's going on. So they was like, oh, they're going to extend it again. Okay. All right. But this time, when it got closer to the date, I felt something different. I already knew what it was. I kind of felt like they wasn't going to hire me permanently. And I felt like they wasn't going to extend it again. I just felt something in my spirit. And I'm okay with that because I don't want to do full time. I think it's other things in life we can enjoy. God gave us this life for a reason. I'm not saying we shouldn't work. I'm just saying we should choose when we want to work. So I'm all down for, like, per diem shifts. I'm going to start picking up Clipboard shifts, which Clipboard is like an app. I'm not sure if it's for just healthcare, but that's all I know it's for. You could, different, like, medical office hospitals, and they'll put up shifts where they need workers, and you're able to take that. Then you get paid the end of the shift, or you get paid like a day or two after. So you don't have to wait a week or 2 weeks to get your money. So I'm all for that. I'm all for, like, a travel per diem, travel part-time job. I'm just not it for full time. So I'm like, that kind of was like my dream, what I wanted to do. So being that they didn't hire me kind of fit into that. And plus I know God got me, so I'm really not stressing over it. But this is the part that got me. So it got towards, so it's like, we're going to extend it to May 6th. Okay. May 6th is today. May 3rd was Friday. So I'm like, we had like half clinic because we only had like doctors for the morning clinic. We ain't have anybody in the afternoon. So people like doing messages, stocking, whatever. It's like a real laid back day. So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I have a feeling they're not going to extend it. Like, I'm doing stuff, but I'm kind of like in a relaxed state as well. And not a relaxed state, so like I'm not doing work, because that's not me at all. I'm just like, I'm really in a relaxed state. Oh, I need some coffee.
Oh, that's good.
So, sorry, that is like really good. So, I get off. Everybody have a good weekend. And it's crazy because the people I worked out there was this nurse, super cool human being, super good, cool spirit. I just like her spirit, like honestly, super cool. So I walked out with her, another nurse, and then manager who's also a nurse. So we walking out, chatting it up. Everybody have a great weekend. Okay. I got off at 5. I'm on my way home. It's like almost 6. I think I stopped somewhere, or it's the route I took, which made me get near home. That made me almost, that, why can I speak? That had me going along. I don't know. I think I stopped somewhere because it was like almost 6 when I was near my house. And usually I get home way quicker than that. So, what was I about to say? So, meanwhile, let me tell you, through the staffing agency, I didn't feel like they were keeping up like I would like them to, because as a staffing agent, at first, I think they called once or maybe twice during the 5 months I was at this place. Oh, Tiff, how you doing? I think it was only 3 times. Matter of fact, that reminded me because I have to print like a Quest bill and send it to them because I ended up getting cut during a and it's crazy because it don't look like I got cut at all. It looks really good. Oh, if you really look hard, you can see it, but it looks really a hell well. So I get near my house, it's almost 6 o'clock. And usually from like where I was working at to home, it's like a 25-minute drive, maybe like 35 minutes with traffic. So it's closer to 6 o'clock, and one of the ladies called, and I'm like, she hasn't called in a while, so I know it's something. So at first I was just gonna let it ring and listen to the voicemail. I'm like, which I should have did it. No, I shouldn't have did, because I ended up getting it on documented through an email anyway. So I'm like, let me pick up. So she's like, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but they didn't extend your contract because of attendance reliability issues. So I said, I ain't say excuse me, I was just taken back. I'm like, she's like, I'm so sorry. It's very hard to get into that place and you got in your first time. They said it was due to like lab days. So they didn't, that's the crazy thing. And now that I think back within a contract, I don't know why I wasn't thinking before. It was saying like we shouldn't operate machinery, and the thing that we cut the tissue with is considered machinery. So I shouldn't have been doing that at all. Like, they didn't know I was doing that. So she's like, the lab days, I don't even know what that is. So I'm like, so they only know I was doing like clinic work. The manager, I was about to say the manager name, good thing I paused. This lady is nosy. They didn't even know I was in the lab doing that work. So she was like, yeah, it was lab days, I don't know what that means or whatever. And I'm like, oh, she's like, I just feel so bad. And I'm like, oh, it's okay, life goes on. I'm just gonna remain positive, do what I have to do. And she's like, yeah, I just like your outlook or whatever. She's like, but if you have any questions, if you wanna call me next week about feedback or everything, you could do that as well. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I ain't gonna lie, I was crying. The reason why I was pissed on the fact that you attacked my character. I say that because you told a staffing agency I'm not reliable, but yet you continue to extend my contract. That's like, it's not coming together. If I'm so unreliable, why would you continue to extend my contract? And within the email, I'm like, I sent an email, when was it, yesterday? Was it yesterday? No, Saturday. Because sometimes they end up, I think they probably like work from home as well. So I ended up sending one on Saturday, not really sure if she was going to answer or wait till today, which is a business day for them, like a work day, to answer, which I didn't mind that as well. So she ended up emailing me. I said, this is what I said. I said, I'm confused as to the reliability issues. What I said, I was a great worker. They extended my contract more than once, so I don't get the reliability issue, because if I wasn't reliable, why would you continue to extend the contract? And I just want to say just thank you for the opportunity. I will remain positive and continue with my great work ethic, and that was it. So she responded back. She's like, I don't know. This is the email the manager sent. So this why I included, like, when I was down there for training for the lab, like I was hard getting into the parking garage and jury duty. This is why I mentioned it. So within the email, she's like, during the interview, we explained to Tiffany that MAs are required to do the Mohs lab, which she didn't say they're required, because she gave me a choice. She didn't say they were required at all, so that's a lie. So, Tiffany was interested in learning the lab or whatever. She's like, she did miss 2 days from training in New Haven, plus she had jury duty. How I took that, it's like, plus she had jury. Okay, I can't go against jury duty. I'm not trying to get fined just to go to work. Like, why would that part, I want to even include it in the email. Plus she had jury. Oh, okay, the staff company know I had jury duty because I showed them the form, and they told me to show you, but I already did. And I end up still getting paid because it's jury duty. It's something we have to do. So she's like, and what she said, one of the days, Tiffany stated that it was hard for her to get into the parking garage. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, so I had her trained at the Brentford office. And I'm like, in my mind, is she trying to create a pattern, which is untrue. And when I say she's trying to create a pattern, she's trying to create a pattern like, I missed these days on purpose, including the jury duty day. So, what else she said? She's like, we have, what she say? We're starting to up the most cases, and we need somebody that's reliable. And that's how she ended it. Y'all, I'm just, like, I'm not saying this all their fault. I'm taking some accountability. But at the same time, I'm not giving my all to a job. Straight point blank in the period. Like, I'm stuck on, she missed because of jury duty. Like, it was something I could go against. I'm like, I told the 2 coworkers I'm really cool with. I sent them a text. I'm like, it was a joy. It was joy working with you guys. We had to get up soon, like go out to eat, whatever. As of today, meaning May 3rd on Friday, my contract has been ended due to me not being reliable. And they were like, what? I said, yeah, that was stated in the email by the manager that I was unreliable. But they did continue to extend a contract for an unreliable person. She's like, you must be, I mean, she said what she's like, you lying. I said, I'm dead serious. So I sent them a copy of the text. I'm like, yeah, not the text, the email. I'm like, yeah, this was what's said. I'm unreliable. They said and I felt so bad because the other inmate, when I tell you, at my old job, I could understand the weight on her shoulders, because I was the same way. People depend on you to do everything. You're always saying yes, not speaking up for yourself. Trust me, I know how she feels. I know how she felt. And I know that look in her eye because I had that before. But I got over that because once I started speaking out for myself, that's when like all hell broke loose. And I felt like I did the right thing. When I say all hell broke loose, it was like trying to shut me down for speaking up for myself, which I'm not gonna stop doing. And I say speak up for myself, like doing other people's jobs, not getting paid what I'm worth. Like, you want me to do the job of 5 people, yet I'm barely getting enough for one. And I felt bad for her because she's like, we just had a conversation talking to about the manager. She asked him, like, how's everything going? How you liking the team? Like, the team, because it was me, her for a while. Then I want to say like a month or so ago, they hired somebody else. So it was a guy. So it's like 3 amazing. They're a really big, busy dermatology office. So we like cleaning instruments. We're doing biopsy books, like making sure people getting their results or whatever, and also rooming. And like rooming, like that's how I got my steps like every day, over 10,000 every day, because it's so busy. So I ain't mean for this video to be so long. So she's like, we were just having a conversation. I told her I'm loving my team, and I'm like, I feel bad. I feel kind of betrayed because she disregarded that. And I'm like, you know what? You gotta speak up for yourself. You gotta do what's best for you. She's like, I'm not the type just to jump from a job. It's not even about jumping from a job. Like, you gotta speak up for yourself. So and you may be missing out on like your blessing for a great job that will fit all your needs and requirements. So so she's like, I can't believe that. She's like, you did way above and beyond the most people here. What else she said? She said, you took a lot off my shoulder, like workload and stress wise. She's like, I just don't understand it. Yeah, it was crazy. I'm not saying I was perfect in the situation, but I'm not gonna allow you to demean me and attack my character saying I'm unreliable. So yeah, that's it. So now I'm at the library in my town now, and I'm going to update like what I need for clipboard so I can start picking up shifts. I do have a little bit saved. It'll be good for me for a month, but I just want to be ahead of that. Because bills gonna be bills. They're gonna continue to come regardless. So I want to stay ahead of that. I feel a lot better than I did before. A lot better. So yeah, that's what I'm about to do. I might do some Uber orders. I might not. Mondays are usually pretty slow. So I might just go home and rest, do some laundry. And yeah, that's basically it. So I'm keeping my head above water. Yeah, I'm not letting anybody attack my work ethic at all. So on that note, y'all stay hopeful. Pray for everybody, including people that's trying to bring you down. Because listen, if the devil attacking you, you're doing something right. You're doing something right. Just look at it like that. So stay hopeful. Y'all, be somebody's light in a dark place. You never know what people are going through. And just stay hopeful. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. If y'all want to know anything regarding like medical assistant life, just let me know. And on that note, see you later. Bye.